This is Monday Night Chat with God that we had to move it over to Wednesday. I'm sure you guys know. I just got home. Phone is fixed, so we got the phone operational. So video production should begin tomorrow evening. Going to be working on a few things for the coin chat, the coin series. For this, I'm going to be continuing what I did last Monday Night Chat with God, which was the Battle of Agincourt drawing. So I just want to say God bless and thank you all for joining us. And let me get the live stream up and racing. Alright, so we're picking up where we last off last time. I believe I was doing some colorization. Yes. So God has blessed us. Obviously I got my phone back. We're getting back on track with like just all sorts of things in our life. Me and the family. But every day is a blessing to be alive, be able to do this type of thing. Like even having this tablet right here, this drawing tablet is a blessing. Gives me opportunities to do more things for the Lord. So, and I should take those opportunities to do so. That's one of the things I gotta fix is the spell checking. That's one of the things I learned last time. Always spell check your work. That's on this layer right here, which is good. So that means I can draw it out. So we're going to erase our lines, fix our Liberty Knight. Ooh, it's way too thick. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for watching. I'm sure you haven't just started live stream, got our phone back, so we should be in operation, getting more videos pumped out. Been kind of not being able to produce videos for you guys the last 3 days has been killer. So, and we're just getting back on track doing Monday night chats with God, even though we had to move it to Wednesday, for this week at least, which is fine. There we go. That looks a lot better, doesn't it, guys? So we'll step back and kind of show you what the artwork looks like if you haven't seen this thing before. Do 25% so you guys get a better look. Yeah, 25%. That's generally what it is. It is a copy, or not copy, but inspired by the Battle of Agincourt painting, medieval style painting. So we used that as our base for this piece right here, for the 1,000 subscriber kind of little hand drawing. So and we're just going in and doing a layer of painting. Hey, how's it going? Hoping to get more people tonight. Usually when it's spur of the moment type of thing, like not a lot of people show up, but that's fine, especially this time of day. But it's all good. Yeah, I figured. I was letting you know it's gonna be pretty lonely tonight. I'm just kidding. But yeah, unscheduled live streams. Nice. Yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, I was just saying, usually unscheduled live streams, I don't get a lot of people. Normally I'm expecting 200 people, but that's unscheduled stuff. So, spur of the moment, dropping a live stream at 8 o'clock. It'll be slow going. Everyone's going to bed around this time, but that's fine. Most people end up watching this the next day, and that's why I kind of do this. Kind of helps with the algorithm. It helps with generating more watch hours. That's what we want. I am on the wrong layer. Boom. I need to be in a color layer. I was like, man, that's just coloring over my lines. Yeah, I did schedule it just this Monday. Unfortunately, it was a technical issue. Wasn't able to attend my typical 6:45 on Mondays. So I let everyone know. I try to be mindful of the audience. We've been doing this is the 19th Chat with God series video. I kind of just do a variation of medieval things anytime I do these, or I read from the Bible, or what have you. This one is just honoring my subscribers. We've got over 1,000 subs now, which is amazing. So I'm doing this. I'm doing the hike. Hike's gonna end up having it's going to be having an end of the month. It's gonna be in full kit. I just started on the placard, which is, I'm sure you know what a placard is. It's the bottom portion of the armor. This little segment there. That's my last little piece I needed. Yeah, I always try to make time for God every day, like, and thank Him just being alive. So, and that's kind of what the premise of this series was just to connect to people that needed to hang out. Basically, I cut out a slot every Monday for God just to hang out. I first started the series just in the backyard doing campfires. I still want to do that when it's less cold. I try to mix it up on these live streams. Or I do practices, pale practice in the backyard, everything. So That's another thing I do. Let's get more of this horse painted in. I'm surprised how many there are people that like medieval things and Christian things and that have joined this channel. Over 1,000 people. I was like, that's still mind-boggling to me. So I'm just trying to grow the basically my little ministry I have going on. I'm trying to strike a fine balance between medieval and Christian themed things. Yeah. So I go to church. I go to church 2 times a week now, and I normally do videos for this channel and do inspirational Christian things or just talking about medieval things in general. Because I'm sure you saw my kit, right? That's kind of like my ethos, more warrior ethos. Because I'm the crusader, so I have to play the part. Not only the part, but that's genuinely who I am. So back up. Okay, now I see what that is. So that is that right there. But yeah, after my supernatural encounter, I kind of like genuinely know that there is things beyond our realm. So I definitely try to spend time with my heavenly Father. Uh, all right. Oh, then I need to finish this little spear thing here. Oh, okay. No, that's okay. That's what that is. That's part of the cross, and this is part of this little spear. Like if you actually look at this original Battle of Agincourt painting, it's extremely detailed. Like what it has. Like I was amazed going into this when I was basically copying it. Uh, just how much detail there is in this painting. Oh, here's what it looks like at the Battle of Agincourt in the background. That makes it look very interesting. But you can see the difference between mine and theirs. Let's see. This guy doesn't have legs. Yeah, just the one. Just the one that was blatant and in your face and so what's the word? Uh, there's only been one encounter that in your face where it's undeniable that it is otherworldly, if that makes sense. There have been ghost things that happened in the past, supernatural things, but I didn't attribute that to God. So this encounter was uh, like if Satan was there and God was there. That's the best way to kind of describe what kind of happened. But it was an actual like thing speaking to me from like that wasn't human. That was kind of interesting part. Wasn't my friend, I can tell you that much. At least the one that was actively talking. kind of background I have? Probably. But it has never happened since. Yeah. Again, I think half that experience, though, half that supernatural experience was not of God, and the other one that was more subtle was God, the more peaceful presence. And the one that was loud like a lion was definitely not a God. Alright, so let's do back the colors here. I'll probably have to do a white pass on the flags there. And I'm gonna have to get the food here in a second. The Mrs. Food is cooking. I gotta get that so don't burn. Now I do have nightmares from time to time, so I do have that. So I definitely can sense whatever it was tries to assault me here and there every now and then. Ooh. So you always gotta what's the refill your tank up spiritually. That's what my pastor says. Like you go to church to kind of like you go to the gas station and refill on spirit. Same thing with going to church. You're around like-minded Christians, and just or I can use the eraser. That's probably what I should be using. There you go. It's starting to look like something. And I'll do different coordination of colors in there. I will be right back, guys. I'll let you guys enjoy that. This little imagery. Do it on 25%. That's where this piece is at now. We're going to be doing some more color passes and get this piece done for you guys, and then post it for y'all guys so you guys can print it and do whatever you want with it. I'll probably be doing, yeah, there's something I'm going to be doing for you guys. Very special. I'll probably post when I have that ready and available. attacks you at your weakest points. I think even the Bible, when he attacks Jesus, he comes for a season and then he goes away. I think that God's limiting him. I think he's limited on what God allows him to do. I think that's what it is. So I'm gonna do that colored pattern there. A little bit bigger brush. Yeah, he comes at me. It's like kind of like your weakest points, whatever that is. Me, it's financially here lately, and then it's one thing after another. Like this is definitely an attack, spiritual attack. I just gotta be mindful of what's going on and just plan accordingly. It's definitely a new, interesting era. Have you seen the what is it, the Jersey drones or whatever? Like when I saw the biblically accurate angels in the sky or whatever, I was like, that is crazy to see. Or let me make a new layer. I don't like drawing on my guidelines there. I'll do this layer. Well, yeah. You haven't seen that? There was a lady where she took a recording of one of those drones in the sky and shows the circle within circles. So I thought that's very interesting. But also to remind people, uh, demons are fallen angels too, so it might not be a heavenly angel. So, but I thought it was very interesting seeing that. Yeah, yeah, Job. Yeah. Because I was thinking about this too. I was like, yeah, that seems in line with biblical, because God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So if he tested Job that way, I'm sure he tests a lot of people that way. He allows certain things up to a point, because he in the end he'll know you pass it. So that's why you're going through it. So it's probably an honor to go through. I'm not certain. Definitely know hard times make you stronger. So I definitely appreciate the strength building exercise. I appreciate the vote of confidence, Lord. It's good to have you here. And whoever's watching, it looks like we have what, 3 people watching? Oh, minus myself, 2 other people watching, which is great. I like having all these people here and watching this stuff and just connecting and hanging out. That's why I kind of like the wars with the SCA when we go out and hang out in the fire and just talk about stuff. So good times. So you go to practice as yeah. Yeah, I'm like when I went through cancer, I was pretty grateful. In the moment, I'm not thrilled, but when I go back and I think about it, I thank the Lord for that. Like I got to experience kind of like what my mom went through, and I felt like I conquered that dragon for her when I beat cancer, and I was like, thank you, Lord, for making me go through that. So even though it was painful in the moment, I appreciate being the opportunity to slay that dragon for her. So I'm on the quest for the next dragon, which is losing weight. So I'm down 100 pounds. 390 is my heaviest. When I was at the War of the Phoenix, I believe it was uh, 310 ish. I'm down to 283. Yeah. Oh yeah. Guess what? There's always next year, and you can always go camping. So my thing is, unless it pays the bills, it is just a hobby, and hobbies always take back seat. Take care of yours and yourself and yours. So I had to forego a lot of events this year. I just gotta keep track on the weight loss journey because sometimes, I slip here and there, but I try not to make it a habit. Like, no, can't make that a habit. So it's just like eating something I'm not supposed to, because it's a high fat, moderate protein, low carb, and sometimes I eat a slice of bread or two. But I balance it out by running all the time, to the best of my abilities. I'm able to run a whole lot. My armor that you saw last year, it is. I'm gonna have to bring it out next live stream, but I'm able to fit my arms down inside of it. So I have to readjust it now to my new body shape. Because everyone's like, man, that thing's fitting pretty badly. It's like, yeah, I built it when I was a fat guy, really fat guy. I'm still fat, but not that fat no more. So I'm gonna step back and see how this looks. I'm just curious now. Oh, I don't need the Azure Core one. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. Getting some good layering in there. Gonna have to do some a little bit of lines to break up the design a bit because it's kind of clashing with the other type of red on their chests. But I can start seeing that the design I'm wanting to go for, which is kind of like a checkered pattern, and in line with my color scheme, which is red, white, and blue. I thought about that. I was like, how am I going to be America, but in medieval times? Blue tunic, white tabard, red cross. If you're ever curious about the color scheme, but it's not so in your face, red, white, and blue either. You wouldn't know it unless I told you. So now I told you. Now you know. But I've seen some pretty crazy. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a glory of armor. You can always trim it up and add to it because it's something you made yourself, or if you didn't make it yourself, it's adjustable. It's hard plates or straps. It's not like it's a immovable piece of fine art. Oop. But yeah, the new placard I have is going to be painted white. I could do the Native American wood armor. I think you and I discussed that. No, the color scheme is inspired by America, but I want 14th century style armor. Because I went with the late 14th century, early 15th century style cuirass and chest plate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that armor. I was talking about the actual, the Alaskan knights. They actually had entire wood armor type of thing. They look like medieval knights, entirely decked out in wood. I'll have to show you the video of that. It is pretty interesting. I was like, that is so cool. It's up in Alaska. They literally had like what you would think a knight would look like. That's what they look like, but wood. I was like, that's freaking awesome. That tells me perhaps maybe like someone from Europe got way over there somehow, or they encountered something to inspire all that. I don't know. It's just nuts to think about. Wouldn't that be something, right? Like, I believe it is Alaska Native armor. Native Americans. You have to look it up. I don't know the exact tribe, but they look like knights from head to toe. In fact, I could probably bring it up on the screen. Give me 1 second. Yep. And then you can bring it into view here. I'm going to share it on my screen. Give me 1 second. Can you guys see that? That's what the Alaskan Native Knight looks like. Doesn't that look like a very reminiscent of a medieval knight? But yeah, I was watching a documentary and I was like, that is so cool. Let me get rid of that display. Boom. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to find I'll have to find that link to the video because they were talking about that and I'm like, that is so freaking cool. It's possible where Alaska is. That is extremely possible because it does remind me of samurai-ish style armor. So that's very possible that a Japanese person washed ashore in the Alaska shoreline and had kids and I don't know, intermingled with the people there, and then that inspired their suits of armor. Very, very possible. That's more than likely what happened, honestly. And Alaska's pretty close to Russia as well, so I wonder if they had armor as well. I don't know. But I saw it in passing. I didn't do like a deep dive on the Alaska Native Nights, and I have a PhD in it. Nothing like that. It's just like, you go through YouTube and you watch, come upon something like, oh, that's kind of neat, and kind of think about it. That's kind of what it was. So in this layer, I have to make sure we white out all that stuff. I'm sure you've seen what this is. If you know Monty Python, Quest for the Holy Grail, it's probably an old tired gag in the SCA by now. Ah, yes! You got it. But very fitting for this channel. More than likely, northwest coast archaeology replica. Probably is. I'd have to make something like that. My grandparents, they're not from Alaska, but they lived in Alaska, so that'd be kind of interesting to do something that honors my grandparents as well. So it would look like it's very. You draw a lot of attention with that kit, though. I imagine you get like, what is that? It's an American night suit of armor, 100% historic. I think that's all the boo boos I saw. Yeah, it's going in there and just cleaning up bits and pieces there. Yeah. I'm probably do an hour live stream for tonight. I got some other things I gotta get on. Tomorrow I gotta get on project for this channel. I'll be posting the video when I get that all done. It's for one of the series they have there, the coin series. It's the next evolution of that series. And when you see that, you'll see what I'm doing there. And if you don't know what that is, because you probably don't watch the channel a whole lot, I've been stacking half dollars over the past uh, 80 days, right? These things. And it's just going to go exponential when it hits day 90. So we already hit 2 coins a day. I'm behind like 5 days because, my phone going down. So I'm behind 5 days. I have to go catch up on the next video that I post of that. I'm probably going to do a long formatted video to show the accumulation of all the coins over the past 80 days. And then days 90, that's when we hit four half dollars a day. At some point, it's gonna hit a point where I can't afford it, but it's gonna be. I think it's gonna pay dividends. And the reason I went with half dollars is because obviously we're in the SCA, so medieval. This ain't a medieval coin, but it's close enough proxy. So when I go to the markets and whatnot, I can pay with the coinage. I even have little coin bags, a bunch of them. So I've been going to some of the SCA events with that little bag of coins and buying things. Cause I don't want to be that guy that pays in dimes or nickels or even worse, pennies, right? It's like, no, 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 we only pay in copper coinage. I try to be at least somewhat reasonable to people that are selling me stuff. Like, here is 20 coins. That's $10. But that's that series there. It's you'll see when I reach the goal, it's all gonna make sense. But yes, it is coinage that I can use at the markets when I go to SCA events. That's the primary purpose of stacking the half dollars. Um, and it's the closest modern day proxy of coin usage in today's world. And funny enough, when I actually went shopping with these stuff, people were amazed just by this stuff. So it's kind of a novelty thing to buy things with this as well. But I don't know if you know, this actually mint silver, gold dollars. You're talking about Sacagawea coins. I'm not interested in them. So the reason I stack in half dollars, so this is a 1976 Kennedy half dollar, which is clad in silver, and it's worth about anywhere between $2 to $5. So these have actually more value than the actual face value. So the reason I do this is because I can get silver. Anything that's 1964 or previous would be 90% of this silver. That's primarily why I do it, because I've been wanting to stack half dollars anyways. So, and I got about 8 of these now, just stacking these. So, if eight times two is $16. Just in the 1976 silver clad dollars, half dollars here. So I found that very interesting. Like 1971, they took all silver out of the coinage. It used to be 40% after 1964. Then they took the silver out after 1970. And 1971 was the first year they had no silver content whatsoever in the half dollars or any coinage whatsoever. And then 1976, the bicentennial half dollar, it was silver clad, and it's worth approximately $2. So, whereas the other one was like 40%. But that makes more sense. So it's actually stacking silver coins like a medieval person. So, because I like silver, so. Oh yeah, that's my company that I own. Right here, if you go on eBay, you can see our company. We sell silver stuff on there as well. I kind of somewhat promote that. That's not been my primary focus of the channel. It's been more of growing our numbers not the eBay store, but the eBay store is similar to what my handle is, Imperial Mark. So, and I just smelt down silver and make bars all day long. That's a ton of fun. So when we get to $1,000 of this, you'll see where the end of that comes into play. And it should be a lot of fun. You're gonna love it. I'm looking forward to it. Trying to get all that red out. Yeah. Hopefully they made more sense though. Whereas the Sacagawea gold dollars, they're not made of gold. They're made of other materials. If you want dollars worth any value, I think Eisenhower's have silver in them as well. So that's and again it'd be the kind of the same years, but they're not as known. So half dollars are a little bit more common than the Eisenhower $1 bills or $1 coins. Whereas the $1 coins, the Sacagaweas are more common. Unless you get the Cheerio variant of the Sacagawea, that's worth a lot of money. The ones you got in the Cheerios box, apparently those are worth a good good premium on those things. I had no idea. I actually had a couple growing up, Cheerios, and got the stupid dollar. Only I had known, right? My goodness, he's so holy. So Cheerios, I don't know if you've ever seen the toys or the toys and cereal type of thing. So when they were promoting the Sacagawea dollar, Cheerios had a promo coin, $1 coin in it. Uh, and it has I don't know the actual design. I have to look at it again. But it was produced I think by Philadelphia or something like that. Anyways, lo and behold, they're rare. When when compared to the actual numbers of actual dollar coins. I mean, they're produced in large quantities, but not anywhere near what the U.S. Mint can produce. Uh, so that is worth a ton of money now. It's just a coin you got in a Cheerios box. That's kind of the story behind it. And that's all I know of it. I just had them because I had Cheerios back in the day. Like if you were to look at actual coins, I don't know if it had the Cheerios B. I think it just had a P on it, or then some other designation on it that you can tell it's a Cheerios minted dollar. It was still a dollar. It's just in the Cheerios box for whatever reason. Now I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna have to bring it up now. It's been a while since I looked at that thing because I'm not interested in dollar coins. I just know of it. Yeah, it looks like it just has the P on it. Let me get. So it looks like a Sacagawea dollar. It came in a Cheerios box worth about $1,800. I think minted in 2000. Some go for more, obviously, depending on quality and all other things. There's so much that goes into it. If you're graded Magic cards or seeing graded Magic cards, it's kind of a similar premise. Very similar process.
Civic content to the algorithm. That's probably going to suck. I can already feel it. Eliminating their use of fact check.
I don't know what that was about. Well, before you do that, see if they're 1964, just keep them because 1964 you're probably looking at $20 to $30 per coin, possibly depending on variation. If it is a God, what is it? Why can't I think of it? I'm blanking on it. Proof pieces. Proof pieces go for thousands sometimes. I'd have it honestly graded and examined by a professional because you could be sitting on anywhere between $30 to tens of thousands of dollars. Who knows? Yeah, the next SCA event I'm going to be going to, hopefully, depending on finances and time available and all that things, is the Gulf War. So I have no idea if you're going to that. If you're not going to Penzig, I doubt you're going to Gulf Wars. Gulf Wars is right around the corner in March, whereas Penzig is in July. My thing is, I do mess with this stuff, the constitutional silver stuff, but I primarily just mint in precious metal investor grade bullion. So it's like two different realms. People always confuse my new area of that I'm working in with like jewelry or I work in U.S. constitutional mints or other kind of coins. Like no, kind of. I know of the stuff that has silver in it. but I don't mess with the actual grading of certain coins or what they're worth because there's a whole market for like error coins, right? Like double stamps, double stack stamps, or things that there's just so much that you can do in coin collecting, right? Just general coin collecting. I think it's a bigger market than the investor market. But I definitely will take any half dollars because they usually have a lot of interesting pieces out there that are worth some value. 1964 is what you're going to be looking for. Silver content, and then not everybody knows what they're looking at. When you ever hold coins, you possibly at one time have probably had a coin that's worth tens of thousands, and just didn't know it because you don't have that discerning eye that a actual coin grading person would have or a collector would have. But most coins they deal with in circulation are not worth that much. The proof coins are what's going to bring the most value, bang for the buck. Just like with cards, people don't like seeing dings and dents unless that was the way it was minted. Then those go for a lot more because that's how it was made. This honestly piece is gonna take me probably weeks to get right. I'm gonna take a step back and look at the piece now. Hey, look at that. That's looking a lot better than what I started with, for sure. Starting to look like something. So I think every week that I layer onto it, we're gonna get to a very final product. That's awesome. I wish I could work with actual paints and stuff. But I'm a very 21st century digital person. I've tried. I can do pencil and paper a little bit. I kind of want to do easel and painting like you're talking about because that'd be awesome to do at events. I just gotta learn how to do like layering colors and making something like that from scratch. I did paint my. You've seen my armor. It's all painted. I actually added more. Hold up. I actually got it over here. What am I talking about? 1 second. I actually added. I added some decorations to this since you last saw it. Last time it was just think just base white. Added the kind of like I'm from the Shire of Glen Reed. They had this little river border around our emblem. I added some of the Lord's Prayer to this side. I'm going to add the rest on this side and on the placard. And of course, I put the Crusader cross in the front. It has been beat to snot with the combat. You can see all the marks and dings where I've been hit. But this thing needs some repairs. I'm going to redo the leather. I got some new leather. So I got to redo the leather on it. It's going to be fantastic. I actually enjoy this stuff. I actually enjoy this in sculpting. One of the things I do is 3D sculpting on the channel as well. Sometimes I need to finish my. I'm working on a uh, Saint Michael statue for my garden in the backyard because I'm gardening because I'm gonna be doing some other things for out backyard because with get egg prices the way they are, I'm thinking about getting some chickens. So we're gonna have basically a whole medieval setup at some point. Just I'm gonna have the royal garden. I'm gonna have the chicken coop, right? At some point, I'm gonna be looking to get some land. So, but not anytime soon. My focus is getting this channel to where it's starting to generate some revenue, getting more audience to come watch this content, and just bringing content that people enjoy in general. So, and having good chats like this. I always like having good discourse. So, thank you for joining me on this night. I do appreciate it. I always like I said when I do this, I'm slicing a time for God and my fellow Christian brethren to come congregate, or even non-Christians to come have a discussion. I have good dialogue with them at times as well. So it just draws me closer and makes me, or not makes me, but I it it's more of an affirmation to God that I trust Him. Oh yeah, so this works out. I think I'm gonna be ending the live stream here. I got some things to do. I'm gonna get to bed a little bit early. But I hope you enjoyed the live stream. We're gonna get this entire thing finished and produced for everyone on the channel. There's a few things I want to do with it as well. I haven't. I'll discuss that when I have that in actual concrete terms for you guys. But I'm very happy where this is at now. And I look forward to finishing this. So I'm gonna make sure to save this so I don't lose my progress. That would really make me sad. But anyways, that progress is saved. Yeah, the next one is going to be a Monday, 6:45. I'll post if anything changes usually, but I usually schedule all my live streams. Yeah, Jesus does save me for sure. I thank Him every day, and I go to church every Sunday and every Tuesday night. I enjoy going. But yeah, I do this every Monday because I don't like having that space in between Sunday and then Tuesday. So I like to have a Monday to go with that. And this kind of way of growing my little online ministry slash SCA gathering. Yeah, 6:45 Central Time, PM. Yes. No, AM. Just to throw everyone off. No. Yeah, 6:45. I try to target the best time when everyone's on, because there's in the background there's a metric that shows when everyone is most active, and that's usually 12, 6. Yeah, 12 and 6 is usually the two biggest hotspots, and that's when I can usually do a live stream and get the most concurrent viewers. Normally, I'm also in my full kit as well. That brings in more viewers, but today is kind of like just a kind of a light Monday night. That's what the name of the series is, Monday Night with a K. That I moved to today, well, Wednesday. So I'll probably at the end of this rename it to Wednesday Night, and then have the following Monday night actually on Monday at 6:45 Central Time. But that's been Liberty Night. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.